like one of those, you can put that on and all is right in the world. Sometimes, there's just something about just comfort food for your ears and that music. Oh, all the words. It just sounds good. He's been everywhere with this thing. I heard the story yesterday. I can't remember if this was after you left or before you got here yesterday, but he had, he has a version of Magnet and Steel, which is originally a song that was done by a guy named Walter Egan, and Stevie Nicks did the background vocals on that original version of it. So Keith Urban is friends with a guy named Waddy Wachtel, who has been a guitarist for over the years, since the 70s for lots of people. And he plays with Stevie Nicks right now, and Keith is friends with him. And he sent him a copy of this after it was done and said, hey, man, check this out. Because I think Waddy Wachtel may have played on it or something, but Stevie Nicks definitely sang on it. And so Keith was thinking, oh, yeah, he could play it for her. Maybe she might get a kick out of hearing this, a cover version. Well, she got really ticked off that Keith Urban didn't ask her to sing on it. So she got mad.
She's feisty.
Yeah, I was like, wow, Stevie Nicks, salty even, all these years. And Keith just wanted her to hear it, and now he's made her mad. So he's like, wow, okay, wasn't anticipating that. So, but I guess she'll get over it. She's probably got other worries, I would think.
You would hope.
She's probably mad at Texas Tech also, so. But no, I thought that was kind of a funny story of unintended consequences. He's just excited, wants them to hear it, and then now they're mad. So Waddy Wachtel's not mad, but that guy's played on everything. I think he's played with everybody from like Linda Ronstadt all the way through, Stevie Nicks. I mean, he's played on a ton of albums from the 70s and 80s. I mean, he's just been one of those musicians for years that's been out there. Great guitar player. In case anyone was wondering. All right, so that's my story time for the morning right there.
I love it.
How's Katie Joe? Katie Joe doing good today?
Katie Joe is fantastic.
Okay, good to hear. Yeah, Mudflap not here again today. He's still recovering from his procedure.
Appointment tomorrow. He did that. Yeah. Shannon texted and said that they have an appointment tomorrow, and he's missing the gang. So hopefully he's back.
I think the gang is missing him, and it's never the same when he's not here. It's always a little bit more quiet and a little more chilled out. But, it is summer. Everybody's maybe a little more chilled out in the summer anyway. Everybody going on vacations and just kind of. Then you got a day like today where it's going to be like at least to like 104 probably. That makes everybody a little more lethargic, don't you think? On days like this, doesn't it just make you just want to not do anything?
Yeah. I honestly forgot how hot it was going to be until I walked in and you said, well, it's going to be hot.
Oh, yes, you're welcome. Well, I just feel like, it's probably worth mentioning. Everybody needs to know. Listen, I got up today and I was thinking, if it's going to be that hot, my office is on the west side of our building, and I have these big windows all the way across, floor to ceiling windows. And it's really nice. It's a great view. But when it gets that hot outside in the afternoon, when the sun is over in the west, and I can have my air conditioner cranked down as low as it will go, and it will be so hot in my office today. And I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm going to be in there a lot. So I was like, what? I'm wearing shorts today. So
there you go. You're ready for the day.
I know, right? And I dressed like Mudflap today, so I wear shorts pretty much almost year round.
Every day? Yeah. Daniel wears shorts year round.
Really? Yeah. See, that's good.
He's the only farmer that ever had a closet full of, he never farmed in jeans.
Really?
Never.
Wow. Okay. Well, you got to be comfy, So today, yes, I'm wearing shorts. At least I got a little sun though. I'm not. I don't look too. I'm not pasty white or anything. So I got that going for me, which is nice. So, all right. But yeah, it is going to be pretty hot today. It looks like. Weather is brought to you by Texas Battery. Yeah, get ready if you've been waiting for a super hot day today. I've seen anywhere from like 104 to as high as maybe 107. Just got to see what happens this afternoon. Once you get past 100, doesn't it all just feel really, really hot? Like to me, there's no difference between 104 and 107, 108, 110. It's like 100 plus. You're just like, all right, this is miserable.
I agree.
See, now it says 105 for the high. So we will see. There is a heat advisory, by the way. But look, this is how hot it's going to be. Even by 10 o'clock this morning, it'll already be 81. And so you're looking by noon.
By 10?
Yeah, 81 by 10 o'clock. By noon, it probably should be in the low 90s, and then it just really gets quick, man. 1 o'clock, it'll be around 97 or 98. By 2 o'clock, over 100. So the heat of the day at 5, Yeah, you can expect about 105, anywhere probably from 4 till about 7. It'll be super crazy hot. So
I signed up for showings and to take my kids to the water park today.
Hey, you know what? I'd cancel the showings and just be at the water park, and I would just sit in the water. I scheduled it
for this morning, thinking 10 o'clock will be good. We're going to be pouring sweat.
Like, you're at the water park this morning at 10, or the showing is at 10? Oh,
yeah, we're going to go to 2 showings, so we'll have to walk a little bit. So.
Let me ask you this: so when you're showing a house that nobody's living in or something, is the air conditioner on, or they usually keep that off and you set to walk into a hot house?
It's a hit or a miss. It's just you open the door and it's a surprise.
Sometimes it's on, sometimes
start sweating,
it's not.
Or you're welcome.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. It makes me, I make a mental note as the listing agent that I know how it feels to walk into a hot house, so I try real hard, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's a nice first impression, I'm sure. You walk in and, oh gosh.
Literally feels like you get slapped in the face when it's that hot outside.
Wow, have fun with that.
Can't wait for this.
Yeah, I'd just take them to the water park and discuss it out there. Say, man, this house is great. Trust me, all right? But what do you say we go down the vertical slide and have some fun here?
Listen, those photos are top notch. I promise it looks just like this. I bet it feels like that too.
Now, you're taking your boys to Water Rampage?
I am, yeah.
Oh man, they take any friends, or are you taking the two of them?
I'm just gonna do them 2 today.
Yeah,
they play. Yeah. They go and do their thing if it's just them 2.
Yeah. Are you gonna be able to get some sun as well and read a book or do mom things?
No, I'll be on that slide.
Oh, you will.
Serious.
So
being a mom of boys, you participate. You have no option. The lazy river is not lazy. It's there are all sorts of.
It's all adventure time.
It is. Yeah,
right.
I'm excited.
Well, that's the way it should be. You're a good mom. Is Daniel going on this adventure too, or is he working?
He's working, so this is their busy time. So he got home at 10:30 last night.
Oh man, are your boys? Do they get bored real quick? I mean, school's out. Are they already all right? We're bored, and you're taking them to do things now, or do they just love being out of school and they can always find stuff to do?
No, they are always bored. We sat there for maybe 10 seconds last night because we still don't have internet, so I was hooking the TV up to my hotspot. The internet came in. I just don't know how to mount it to the roof, and it's Daniel's busy time, so. So I was connecting it to my hotspot, and in that 10 seconds, it hit me because your question is spot on. Bo was like, I'm bored. It's literally been 10 seconds. There's no possible way you flipped to that bored that quick.
Don't underestimate the power of boys, because there's nothing to do. Yeah, this is. Do you do this though? The ultimate mom thing is, I'm bored. I'll find you something to do. Why don't you clean your room? You could go take out the trash. You could go out and pull weeds out of the flower bed. Never mind.
No, because they're little. They always want to get paid for stuff like that.
So
then the negotiations and the haggling is more exhausting.
That's just tell them then. I guess okay, just be bored then.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. It's funny.
Sorry.
When you're a kid and you first discover that negotiation of pay me for something, because there's a point in your life when you're little and your parents tell you to do things and you just for the most part you do them. Pick up your room. I don't want to pick up my room. Yes, pick up your room. You pick up your toy. Okay, you go in there and you end up doing it. But yeah, somehow, some way, you always figure it out. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Because it's like a friend or something. Well, how come Timmy down the street, his mom gives him $5 to pick up his room? Well, you're not Timmy. I mean,
yeah. I always say, what's your last name?
Why don't you go live with Timmy then?
I ain't little Timmy's mama.
Yeah, that's. No,
our neighbor came over the other night. I don't know if I told you guys this, but he was saying that he has a lot of potted plants, and the people that used to live there would water his plants. And so he was telling my boys, I pay XYZ and you come over and you water the plants. And so they're like, yeah, that sounds great. And you can just see Bo's little wheels turning while we're standing in the kitchen. And then that guy said, yeah, we have trucks and trailers. And, if y'all need anything to move. And Bo looked up at him and was like, how much you pay me to wash your trailers?
Oh, my gosh. That's awesome. I kind of love that, though, Little entrepreneur there is already figuring it out. I can remember this. It reminds me of a story when I was a little kid. There was this guy that lived down the street from me, and he was. I remember when I was a kid, there was the International Harvester, house there in town. The tractors. They owned a house on my block, so whoever the manager was part of their deal was they got a house. I guess that's how they had to get them to move to Lovington or something. I'm not real sure.
For sure.
but so over the years of growing up, there was every 2 or 3 years there'd be a new kid living in that house. So there was this kid down there, and he was probably, I think he was like about 3 years older than me. And so I'm probably at this time, maybe 7 years old, something like that. So he would have been about 10. And he'd come down to our end of the street, and my friend that lived right across the street from me, he's the same age as me, and it was during the summer, and I'm sure boredom set in. It was the typical thing. And this kid, he's like, y'all want to go raise some money for the hospital? And I'm like, I don't know. How do you do that? Well, anyway, so he goes back home. He comes out with a Folgers coffee can, and we go door to door on our block and the 2 blocks on either side of our block. And we go door to door, three 2 little kids and the older kid with a coffee can, knocking on people's door, asking them if they'd like to donate to the hospital. Which at the time, and I was thinking, what are they going to do? We're donating for the hospital for what? I mean, I didn't know. But I went with it.
You're like, man, we need to finish the pitch.
Yes, I mean, I'm just thinking, well, we're raising money for the hospital. That sounds like it's probably a pretty good deal. So we do this for about an hour, and we have a coffee can full of coins and stuff. Not a lot of money, probably, but in kid money, I mean, it was probably a lot of money. It was maybe a couple dollars, quarters and dimes and stuff. So at this point, I'm thinking, in my mind, how do we get this to the hospital? None of us can drive, and there's a hospital in Lovington, but we're going to walk it out there, whatever. So we start walking, and he goes, all right, we're going to go down to the we call it the quick shop. It was just the convenience store.
You went to get a Coke.
So we walk down there, and he busts out the money we raised for the hospital. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be in trouble. This is not good. I mean, I'm only 7, and I know my moral compass is going, this doesn't seem right. But we bought a bunch of candy and stuff. and he was a scam. The kid was 10 years old, man, pulled a scam, get people to donate money for the hospital. And as I was sitting there eating all my candy, I was thinking, man, this is terrible.
But you weren't mad about it. You were not mad about it. Has your mom ever heard that story, or is this the first time on air?
I'm afraid that if she's listened, this might be the first time. I don't know, but I think the statute of limitations is probably run out on that one, so I don't think I can get in trouble anymore. But
okay, there's no way realistically anyone putting money in that can knew. I mean, they knew where I was going.
You think?
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to think so.
For sure,
and I'd like to think that they were just going, okay.
That kid was for sure going to be a weasel, though.
Right, yes, exactly. But maybe they admired us for our ingenuity, to come up with this story. But I will never forget that. I mean, that right there, I don't think I've ever told that story before, because I'm not proud of that.
No,
but I was
you
only
can
7.
tell.
And
Yeah.
it was just that older kid, though. And, when you're a little kid and there's a kid down the street that's older, everybody just kind of, there's always that cool older kid that knows things.
Yeah, and if they do it, it's okay.
Yeah, and you're just like, man, never thought about that.
Or there's always that kid where you can be like, well, I was with so-and-so. I didn't know. Like, there's always that kid that just is a cop-out.
Yeah, and then your mom calls their mom, and then it's, not allowed to hang out with that kid anymore. So yeah, there you go. I probably owe my own portion. I probably owe about 75 cents to the hospital there in Lovington. So it sounded really good to me. So I went to AAAwindshieldglass.com and scheduled an appointment. They came out here to KLLL right there in the parking lot and fixed my windshield. It was awesome, and it looks great. And once you get that broken windshield fixed, you see it and you're like, man, how did I live with a broken windshield for so long? And why did I do that? So I've learned a valuable lesson. Next time I get a cracked windshield or something, I'm going to immediately schedule AAAwindshieldglass.com to come fix that. That's AAAwindshieldglass.com. KLLL Lubbock.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so maybe he'll get some good news, perhaps, and maybe be able to rejoin us. But if not, that's okay too. We just want him to, we want him to be back to 100% or as close to that as he can get. So, All right. But yeah, so Mudflap's not here, but I'm here. My name is Jeff. Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Please meet Katie Jo.
Hi, I'm Katie Jo.
and we're former Musketeers. So, are you good today? Everything good in your world?
I'm fantastic.
Okay, well, you gotta like that.
It's hump day.
Yeah, I knew somebody's gonna say that. Thank you. Yeah, let's get right to that. The Sonic text line this morning, 806-900-9630. A lot of people checking in. Why, there's Banker Bob just checking in. Hello, Banker Bob.
Good morning, Banker Bob.
Yeah, so let us know if you're listening.
Norma, JoJo, Jamie, Elaine. We have a lot of the gang here. Carl's here this morning. Chris, Derek W., Kimberly, Kokomo Joe and Jr., Troy the Painter's here this morning.
All right.
Yeah, Kayla, Kenneth.
All right,
Or Kyla, sorry, not
Kyla.
Kayla.
Yeah, Kyla.
They're an extra A.
Let's see here. Yeah, so if you're here, let us know this morning, 806-900-9630. Let's see. It's good. I guess the big news today, first of all, is the heat. My gosh, the heat. Yeah, it'll be like 105 or so today, so just gear up for it. Know it's going to happen. Be prepared. Be ready. This is a day where maybe if there's a way you can work remotely next to a pool or something, that would probably be a move today you would want to make, I would think, but
I'm going to go ahead and make that move based off of your suggestion, your recommendation.
You should take my advice. No, I know I've got so much to do today. There will be no pool for me, but I do know that I'm going to be in my office this afternoon where I have floor-to-ceiling glass windows on the west side of the building, and I know it's going to be so hot this afternoon.
You're like baking.
It just, my air conditioner at that point, I always like this part of the day, I crank it down so it'll be really cold. I shut my door so when I go in there, it'll be really nice and cool. I keep lights off. I mean, it's just, but once it gets to be about 2 or 3 and that sun is on the west side, it doesn't matter. And the air conditioner finally gets to a point where it's like, are you kidding me? No.
We're done here.
Yeah, so it's going to be hot. So today I thought I'm going to wear shorts. I don't care. So that's what I'm doing today. Hey, I'm wearing clothes. So.
Winning.
But, by 4 o'clock, I make no guarantees. So if my door's shut, nobody come in. So, yeah. But, yeah, it is. It's going to be hot. It hadn't been interesting this year so far with the temperatures, though. And I've really enjoyed it because it seems like it's something different every day. I mean, not today it's going to be super hot. But then tomorrow, I think it's down again like low 90s tomorrow. And then maybe in the 80s on Friday. But by Sunday, back over 100. But then Monday, maybe 90. I mean, you never know. These things change. That's why I told you I don't like to look at the weather too far in advance anymore because it's never correct anyway. But the point being, the temperatures have been all over the place. It's like this past Sunday. What was it, like 77, I think, on Sunday?
Yeah.
It was a great day. It was almost fall like that
Monday
day.
was a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a little bit chilly.
Yeah, it's just we just get a great variety of temperatures right now, which is nice because I'm sure there's going to come a point here where the variety will be between 100 and like 110 probably. So that's not exactly the kind of variety I like there. So, but we'll see. All right, this weekend you got Toy Story 5 opens, and that'll be at Premier Cinemas. So we'll give you a chance to win some tickets to see that for free. Toy Story 5. And we'll come up with some kind of Toy Story trivia or something. So, Katie Jo, that'll be, you see what you can come up with there. What else is going on? Now, since Brendan Sorsby has announced that he's going to enter the supplemental NFL draft, now the outrage towards Tech has changed to how Tech ruined their reputation and should have just done this to begin with. But so it's a different type of rage from the nation.
Ruined their reputation.
One of the dumbest things I think I've seen from all of this, and there's been plenty, but was when Michigan, who had the big scandal of their cheating when they won the national championship in football a few years ago, and they had a whole big thing. They got caught. They were one of the schools that came out and canceled their volleyball series with Tech because they just couldn't play Tech. Just morally, they just couldn't do it. And I was like, hello, Michigan. Try some self-awareness here. I was like, you got to be kidding me, really? And it was so stupid.
It's a lose-lose. Like
But them of all people. So it's just, I don't know. It's been interesting to watch the how this whole story has evolved. So it doesn't matter at this point. Tech can say anything, and it's going to be met with derision now from all across the nation until some other story comes forward. There's going to be something else that will steal the headlines at some point, but it doesn't seem like there's been anything yet like that, really, but I'm just waiting for that to happen. But I am glad it's over. I'm just ready to talk about football. Hope Will Hammond comes back. And you know what? The ideal thing, I think, for Tech fans this football season would be that if Will Hammond can come back and be fully healed and be the guy that everybody thought he was going to be before he got injured, come back, and the team is really good this year, and you just go out and you beat everybody, and you just keep pouring it on, and you just beat everybody by 30, 40. That would be the ideal scenario. Every Big 12 team that has been on this big moral thing that this big crusade they've all been all about. Unless you're Cincinnati, and then that's okay that they played Brendan Sorsby. Nobody seems to care about that issue, but wouldn't that be great though to come out and just be so good that you're just able to fourth quarter you're up by 3 touchdowns and come out and just pour it on and just humiliate them? Yeah. That would be the ideal scenario.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact that we have potential to show up and just shut it all down. Come on, Will, hurry up and get better.
Right. This is interesting. Now, I'd forgotten about this. Mama T just said she had heard that Sorsby's girlfriend plays volleyball for Tech. And I think, is she currently on the team? I think there was something like that. And that probably then thinks she's heard that's probably why Michigan canceled because his girlfriend played volleyball for Tech. I don't know if she's still on the team or not. I don't really know, but I do remember something like that.
That's embarrassing.
But isn't that crazy?
Like, that's a new level of...
Yeah, Chris said that's a great dream for Tech fans, but it's just a dream. LOL. All right, Chris. I think
LOL, Chris.
I think,
LOL.
yeah, Chris, is Chris another Longhorn fan in the game?
He's a UT fan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Chris. That's
Our other
fine.
UT fan, Carl, just reminded you to embrace the hate.
Yeah, embrace the hate, Jeff. That's right. He is right there. But Texas, their softball team picked up a couple of big-time transfers. So, they're mostly a developmental school, but they got
somehow
probably like 2 of the top softball transfers, well, including Samantha Lincoln from Tech. And then they got, what's her name? Isa Torres. Isa, I don't know how she says her name, but something Torres from Florida State, I believe. She was like the top player in the portal, so she's going to Texas as well. So it's different for Texas. This is what I love is like when Tech gets transfers, the line is they're buying a team and their whole team is transfers and they're trying to buy a team and buy a championship. But when UT adds transfers, big time transfers and everything, and I'm sure they're not paying any NIL. It's just it's goodwill. That is they're just plugging holes. They're not in any way trying to buy a championship or do anything because they develop talent. And so that's the big difference there, apparently. So good for UT. Good for them. They're doing good things. All gas, no brakes, said Toby. That's right. All right. Well, anyway, enough of this. Aren't you just ready to talk about the football season?
Guns up.
Yeah. It won't be that long. Now we can just get back to just good old fashioned regular sports hate.
I bet they do.
Smack about games.
Yeah, I bet they all feel like it's a breath of fresh air. They, their practices now. I bet they're just super excited.
Right. All right, let's see. Oh, that was June 10th. Sorry, I saw an old text that said they can't hear our station. I was like, what? And I was checking to make sure. Oh, yeah, we're on. Okay, we're on. It's good. Yeah, that was from last week.
That's from last episode.
All right. Well, there you go. All right, we'll be listening for your chance to win Toy Story 5 tickets. Those are coming up here not too long from now. We got a 1-second song that we'll play right after 8, and just get ready and geared up for all the heat. Today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, sing, and you see by the dawn's early light. Oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular bombs burn, singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
96.3. This is KLLL. Jeff Mudflap and the Gang.
96.3 KLLL.
So we fly away, the Philly Freedom Flyaway to get there for that concert. So
Wonder if she's picked who she's going with yet.
I don't know, but I tell you, when you win something like that, you get suddenly a lot of friends and relatives that you get those phone calls. Hey, I was just sitting there thinking, I hadn't talked to you in a while, and how are you? How are things? Hey, listen, by the way, I heard. Yeah, friends come out of the woodwork.
Congratulations! I heard you on the radio.
Right. By the way, if you need someone to go with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, she'll be going for that. That's really cool. Hey, coming up here, it's not too much longer now. Maybe a few weeks here, we're going to have a chance for you to choose your concert. There's lots of concerts around the United States, and you'll be able to choose the one you want to go to. How about that?
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. So it could be anywhere in the United States. So yeah, we'll have some more info about that coming up here in the next few weeks, but as long as we're talking concerts, let you know that. And then locally here, of course, Riley Green will be here in September, and tickets go on sale for Riley Green on this Friday. So if you've been waiting to do that, just make a note.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a big show as well.
I think it'll be huge.
Yeah. He's one of the hottest artists that's out there right now. Him and Ella Langley, Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, those four right now are that's pretty much those are the biggest ones that are out there right now. So let's see here. Got birthdays coming up here in a few minutes, and then we also have a chance to win some Toy Story 5 movie tickets. That is opening up this weekend at Premier Cinemas, so we'll give you a chance to win free tickets to go check that out. We are efforting on Toy Story trivia.
Oh, I have it.
You do have it?
I have it locked in. Yep.
Okay. All right. Toy Story trivia coming up for your chance to win some tickets. Right now, it is Katie Joe's Small Town Shout Out.
Shout out to Rawls, Texas. Population 1,500.
Salute!
On 96.3 KLLL.
United Express here in town, and get entered to win a road trip to see Megan Maroney, along with hotel and $200 of gas to get you there for your road trip. So that's one of the road trips. Plus, we've got Six Flags road trips. But every time I play Megan Maroney, it reminds me of that. So, yeah, if you'd like to go see her. Her concerts look really cool. I've not seen her in concert, but when you see her posting stuff on Instagram and all the things she does, she looks like she really does a great concert. So it's probably going to be one that I think a lot of people would want to see. So
I think she put on a great show.
Yeah. So, all right, coming up, we've got Toy Story trivia for you to win some Toy Story 5 movie tickets here in a few minutes. Hey, we did have a call a few minutes ago, too. I wanted to throw this out there because I'm not real sure, and maybe somebody knows, but it was asking what are all the fire trucks lined up for? And particularly, I guess, out near Wolford, there's a bunch of fire trucks lined up or something, and like we didn't know if it's like what's going on with that. Does anybody know?
Whiskey Jesse texted in. I asked him, and he said it's a send-off ceremony for middle school.
for some kind of a soccer